Hello everyone, welcome to today's introductory tutorial on DeCensorMedia. Today we are going to talk about how to replace social media with our own website. It's called "And It Will Be a Social Media Revolution." If we make each individual website speak the same protocol, then we can connect each individual website just like we connect each other with social media. And with this one little step forward, we can change the whole ecosystem and embrace a whole new opportunities and embrace a lot of whole new opportunities. And this is today's agenda. The current social media is centralized. All the data has to go through the central database and the central server. So all user data has to be saved there. And the vendor can get access to our privacy. The pain point of such a centralized system is that number one is censorship. It's the number one threat to human civilization, and this who dominates the media of one country has an influence of the public opinions, and China is one of the very good example. Okay, so if you want, it all have the so-called justified rights to suspend your account when they want to suspend you. The second is privacy. We submit our data to central database, treat them as garbage. I think someone else treat as a god. Data is very important for AI nowadays, and AI can learn a lot about you by analyzing our data. So we'd better not to submit our data for freely through them as a garbage. The third is we have to install multiple social media applications for people in different countries for different kinds of entertainment purpose. For instance, application 1 for reaching people in the Western country, application 2 for Eastern country, and app 3 for sharing pictures, app 4 for sharing videos. Is it possible we can replace all these social media applications just one application only? Yes, we can. We have, and we have this solution that can solve all the pain points the centralized social media have. The architecture of this decentralized personal website looks like this. For instance, this left one is a one person's social networking website. He has a cloud server, home server, and also the front-end device like a laptop or Android phone or other phones. The macro data center, which is the cloud server, is serve as they can provide the static public IP. That's the very important purpose of having one cloud server, because most of the home server or end device, they don't have a static IP. So if we want to find someone else, we need him to have the one static IP, just like the gate address of your gate. If your address of your gate changes all the time, nobody can find you. Okay, so with this cloud server, it provides the possibility for people to reach you, and once people knock on, it serves as a gate once people knock on your gate, they can notify the home server or this front-end device. Of course, so it's kind of like a proxy server. So you can stream your data, and you can connect your front-end device to your home server. And also, it provides also can connect to others one's gate and to other one's the cloud server, and to provides a way to connect each individual with another one. So we can notice that in some case the home server has the public IP. So in this case, that the front end device can connect to the home server directly. But if this connection cannot establish it, we can fall back to the cloud server to stream the data. Okay, so it's kind of like an IoT stuff, Internet of Things, and our front-end device serves as a remote controller. We can get all controls remotely over this network architecture and through our home server. Also, we can offload a lot of jobs. Some application is computationally intensive on the Android device side, so we can offload this job to home server and return the result either through the direct connection or through this cloud server as a processing server. Okay, so it's kind of like in the future it will be very convenient for us to manage our home device, and we can also treat our home server as kind of like a library or data center. We can upload and download a lot of stuff from our home. So when it comes to talk to each other, the signal flow goes like this. You start request signal to your friend's cloud server, and then they process it and authorize it by this home server. And then after you to exchange the environment, a network environment, either you can establish a peer-to-peer connection. For instance, in some environments, they have a public available IP, then both can talk to each other peer-to-peer. If not, they can fall back to the cloud server to stream the data as a processing server. So and what the second one is then what decentralized social network can do. In the previous, I think most people have their own website, but we don't spend much time on our website. That's because our website is isolated. They cannot talk to each app website like social media, so it's kind of boring. That's why nobody spend much time on in the personal website. They just use it as a portfolio to find a job or kind of other simple stuff. Also, in the past, people also write blogs, but nowadays not many people write blogs. It's also because the blog cannot talk to each other like social media, so it's not that fun. But now in the future, our individual website can message between each other and have video call between each other, just like this one. It's a browser. We can use the browser, and actually it's our website to talk another one, to start a video call. Also, you can, with our own website, we can subscribe and follow the other websites blog, news section, and albums and video extracts, which is like in today's social media. Your friends have to update. You got a notification from your end. Okay. And also, you can have the e-commerce on your own website to sell something. And also you can have the video on demand or video streamed. If you're self-media like a YouTube or something, you can have your own video on demand platform. Like you're going to teach, you can provide technology tutorial to teach someone how to have some skills. Okay. In all, it's kind of like your garden, your kingdom, and your business starting point. Then serving as a social media is only a portion of a functionality that this website can provide. But losing the functionality of social media, you lose a lot of fun. So that's a key. Is having the functionality of the social media is a key interesting point that will encourage people to go back to use their own website. The benefit opportunities from such a ecosystem, from the user perspective point, no one now can collect your data. As you can see, there's no central data. Everything is yours, including this private cloud server VPS. It's you manage this. So normally we don't store the private data on cloud server because it's not under our eyes. We have the option to store the private data in the home server, and state data on the cloud server that is meant for public available. So also there's no censorship. It's just like your home. You can speak what you want to speak, as long as it's not violating the laws. Okay. So one browser for all messaging, video, call, blogging, etc. And again, it's your website, your garden, your talent. And with your talent, you can plant all kinds of flowers which attracts butterflies. Okay. So for instance, the advertisement account, you don't have to share it with any platforms. It's all yours. Your talent can give you a lot opportunity. And from the web developer's perspective, there will be more job opportunity because everyone around you is your potential customer. And also, some guys who are working in the cybersecurity, they can provide a peer-to-peer encryption solution. From the server provider's perspective, their more cloud server and home server will be needed. So that's a good news. And also the embedded device will become home server as well. The language protocol between the web is simple. As you can see here, we for the web sockets we make it two layers. One is the outer layer, and data is at the inner layer. So the outer layer is meant for this cloud server encryption for this cloud server. So the cloud server can know it's where did the signal goes to and comes from. Also, what type of this signal. And for this data layer, we call it inner layer. It's only visible to home server, peer, and device, right? So in this way, we can further secure our information. And for following the blog or subscribing to other news sections, we use such a API, RESTful API, simple protocol. It's already existing. It's already existing a popular RESTful API. And if we use the same return data structure, we can decode. We can decode the information from any website. So it's very similar to when you call the Google Maps API. You got the data, so they define the data layout, what the signal you will get. It's the same. If we want our front end to get the data from anyone else's back-end server, we can make shake hands that we agree on this kind of signals. Then, by agreeing with each other, we can have this kind of communication. Okay, so now it comes to demos. Seeing is believing. Let me first show you how to have this messaging between two websites. DecensorMedia, this website. Okay, let's get started with the first demonstration. Now, first I'm going to open up another website, and as you can see, this is another website. I host two websites. So I'm going to speed up. Yes. Everyone's time is precious. Now, so it's a content, and so just to demonstrate you that it's how easy to send text between two websites. Okay. You'll take a time to show. Yeah. So you can see that these two websites can have can send text message between each other. And now let's see this video code demonstration. Sorry. Wait a second. So let's hit answer. Okay. So you see that that's a kind of that. You can check. Okay. So let me. Also, this Android in the phone layout. So now, so you see the phone. One is for cell phone. This is for cell phone layout. Okay. When we write codes, we set up two. Okay. So now that there's third demonstrations for how to subscribe and follow the blog news. Okay, so now next up, I'm going to show you how to get a blog update notification for another website. Now, currently, on this Hammermaid's website, we have blogs, and we have two blogs. Okay, one is written in English, the other one is in Chinese. And okay, I'll close it. Okay, now I've logged into this other website again. So now this website has no blog at all, and I'm going to create a new blog 1. So hello, this is blog 1. Okay, let's hit submit. Okay, now this is a blog 1. Okay, so Now, here on Hamam's website, I'm trying to subscribe to that. I'm trying to subscribe to this website's blog section. So how do we do that? I'm going to hit here, like follow me, and there will be API. So you just copy this link, and URL. This URL is what we're talking here. The URL here. So you copy here, and you make an API call, and you get the data returned from the website. Copy it. So it basically tells the other one who wants to follow this section, tell you how to follow me. So I come to here and add the subscription. Just paste it here. Okay. So then we'll see. You will immediately see this hello blog one. And thumbnail. Actually, you have it's kind of a thumbnail. Okay. Let me create another one and much longer blog too. You will emit like a watch, and then you will see from here. If you refresh it, you will emit. Okay, so now let's hit submit, and then you will see from here. If you refresh it, you will emit like what you see on the Facebook and others, on other Instagram, or what you can see from when you refresh your homepage. You will see a lot of the thumbnail of notifications from your contacts, telling you that they have something new for you. And you can, if you hit read more, you will jump to this website. You will see the detail of this blog. Okay, so that's kind of like an idea and how to follow the notification of the website. So that if the blog has such a functionality that you can send notification to others, I think that you will bring new life to blog. Nowadays, a blog used to be very hot. I think decade. Okay, so this is a blog. It's a subscribing to the blog thing. And there are more. If you have time, you can read this longer one. There's I will upload this PPT file, so you can download it and watch this longer version if you have time. If you are interested. So I'm going to introduce a little bit about DecensorMedia. And DecensorMedia is an organization that provides it's aimed to provide open source decentralized social networking website for individuals, so that you can easily deploy and install your own website on your own server. As business grows, you can hire web developer to upgrade your current open source project to a better one, and it cannot meet every user case, but I think it will cover the majority. The second purpose of this website is to provide a tutorial to help people become a web developer. Okay, so this is let me visit our website to open. I'm sorry. Visit our about page. So this is a website where this is open source website. You can go to our page, our project. You can download all the source code for this. So in a hope that our DecensorMedia is hoping to provide everyone with such a website that people you install and you can immediately talk to each other. We're using. Hopefully, everyone will agree on the same protocol in the future, so that you can easily talk to each other. And also, you can have this. You can have your own video on demand and streaming all this and e-commerce gallery. To upload your own pictures to share it with others. Okay, so whenever you have the update of your picture or videos and your subscription, if you subscribe to anybody, you would see the update from here. Okay, and it's probably I think we cover most of the social media can provide you in this website, but we provide more than what social media can provide you. That is determined by this nature of the website. Social media is not a website. You are inside their ecosystem. Now you are outside of their ecosystem. We create our own individual ecosystem that can. Okay, so and this is about me, and now I'm applying to political refugee application in Jeju, South Korea, because of my online speeches against my Chinese Communist Party. So actually, I'm just talking about freedom things. When you follow me so far, and what I pursue is freedom of speech, decensorship, no censorship. Okay, so but in some countries, if you're pursuing freedom, you're kind of like I don't know, you're kind of like in their way actually. Well, we are okay. So it's a different situation. It's a very complicated to explain it. Okay, so that's so much about the introduction, and the last one is the cost. Everyone will care about the cost, the bond cost, the cost of having a one personal website. Let me tell you that it can be very low. If you just download in the future, hopefully in the future we can provide you a easy to install package. This is open source, purely open source, with no other, purely open source, and so with open source platform is that it's open for supervision. Everyone can check you whether you have something dirty inside the code or not. That's a good thing about open source. Open source means that it's not afraid of supervision. Everyone can check the code to see whether it is safe or not. Okay, we provided open source because we are clean, and we're in the hope to help to promote such an ecosystem, because we think we believe in helping others help ourselves. We like to have this. We like to see this ecosystem happening sooner the better. So talking about the cost, people may think that hiring someone to build a website and then a server rental could be very high, very expensive. But with our organizations like us providing open source personal networking website, you don't have to hire a developer in the first place to have such a basic website for you. I think just like you download current social media applications, they provide you all the same look, right? Same look, same functionality. It's like the same. When you install our package, we provide you the basics functionality you need to communicate with each other. It's very basic, meet your very basic needs. Okay. While we are willing to provide such an open source website, just like I've said a few seconds ago, we believe in helping others helps ourselves, and we like to have such an ecosystem, because it's good for you and also good for every developers. If everyone around the world is a potential customers, there will be a lot of job opportunity for the developers, engineers, all kinds of engineers, I believe. Yeah. And you also having a website is also very good for you, not just privacy, and also if you protect your privacy, you actually you're doing good to the society, because the protecting privacy is actually protecting kind of our responsibility to protect our privacy against some dirty hands. So So it's good for all. I believe this such an ecosystem is very good for. Is very good. For the class server cost, I think one can easily rent a VPS, a virtual privacy server stands for. The VPS stands for. At around $10 per month. I think there's a lot of places less than that. Okay, so in a 1 year, I think it's less than 100. Less than 100. Less than 100. If you share it with your friends, the cost can be negligible. As I said, the class server, what we need to have is class server because we need a static public IP so people can knock on our door. It's kind of like address to your home server. So, but so you can you can safely to share it with a lot of people. If you don't want to, if you offload a lot of job to your to each one's home server, the cloud server actually does very few things. Then it's kind of like a streaming dispatcher. Streaming dispatcher. When he knows who this package is who is this packaging is going to, they can dispatch this package to the destination's home server. For home servers, I believe that many people have multiple computers and laptop at home, right? So any computer can serve as a home server. Actually, server in layman's term is just a computer without monitor, without a display. Except that when we call it server, it's supposed to be, computationally the monster. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful computer. But if we decentralize and distribute a lot of work from the central server, actually we don't need that much power computer, right? And because your home server is dedicated to serve you in the individual. You don't have to process huge amount of data. And that's one of the matter of decentralization. You don't have to have hold a job on the central data too, right? Okay, so a lot of companies also in the future will provide embedded home server, just like a router device at your home. You have this all day, all year on, so it doesn't burn much power. You only have to hire a web developer to upgrade your website when you see the possibility that you're going to increase, your business is going to grow. Okay, so that's why I say the cost of a personal website can be very low. Okay, so much for today, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. We're going to teach you people how to build a website. Thanks for watching.